Hi there. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Stampin' Pastels. Pastels are basically like artist chalk. They're easy to blend and mix to create new colors and really beautiful effects. They will come in a case like this. This is actually an older version that I got back in 2004 with my starter kit. So the new kit looks a little bit different, but it's basically the same. It just has newer colors and a new cover, a little bit different shape. But inside this case you've got a little foam protection there, and then you've got a separate compartment for each of your chalks, and these are very soft, so they can break. However, that does not affect how they can be used. The nice thing is they're each in their own little separate section so that they don't run together if they do happen to break. This is a really old set, and I've only got two that really have cracked it all. And like I say, they're still usable. It comes with 6 of these little applicators and an eraser, and then in the lid comes a guide that tells you where all the colors are. So to begin, there are a few different ways to use these. I showed a card on my blog last week. This is the card that we did, and I used the chalks to color in and shade to get this pear colored. So I'll start by showing you how I did that. I have stamped this image from the Faith in Nature set, and it's just early espresso ink. And then I am going to take my pastels, and I'm going to use, you can use a Q-tip instead of your applicators, and I'm kind of using that because I like the area that I get. The applicators are kind of, and they work well, but they're a little bit thinner, and I just like the Q-tip has more surface. So I started off using the So Saffron, and I just get a little of the chalk onto my Q-tip, and then you just take and start coloring, just rubbing this into the image. So I did the whole thing, and then I'm going to take the chocolate chip, I'll just use the other side, and I just went around the edges to darken this a little bit. My Q-tip is a little loose there. And I'm just going around the edges. And then I'm going to get some pumpkin pie on the other side. And I'm adding some orange. And you just keep blending these colors until you get the look that you're going for. And you can just smear that. They're really easy to work with. Okay, then I'm going to just take a little bit of Old Olive and do the green for the leaf. And then I'm taking a sponge dauber with a little bit of the Old Olive on it, and I am just going to put a little green highlighting around these edges. And you can do it as heavy or as light as you like. And then you just blow off the extra chalk, but you can see how you can get different coloring using those two, a sponge dauber and either the applicator or a Q-tip. So that's one way to use them. Okay, another way is called Stampin' Pastels, and I'm using my Versamark watermark stamp pad. And I'm using an image, the flower image from my Button Buddies stamp set. I'm just going to stamp that with Versamark. And it just leaves kind of a watermark imprint there that you can't see right now. I can see it, but I'm going to try to zoom this in. And then I'm going to use my sponge daubers again, and I'm just going to take a little bit of, actually I'm going to start with a pumpkin pie and get a little chalk on there, and I'll start in the center and just do this kind of this first layer of petals. So I've got that, and then I'm going to do a little bit of regal rose for the outside edges. And I'm basically just popping that color onto the watermark ink. And then after I get it kind of on there, I'm just going to kind of blend those two colors together. And it just gives a really soft, pretty, faded color. So that's another way to use the chalks. And then the last way that I know that I use them is I just take some StazOn. You can probably use any kind of ink. This will just keep it from running because I'm going to use a blender pen. And I'm stamping this little image from the Easy Event stamp set. And I'm actually taking a blender pen, and I can pick up a little bit of that color, that chalk color, and color in. You can actually use this to color in smaller images. And you can just blend that color like that. And then I can do the real red for the berries. So that just gives you an idea of another way to use the Stampin' Pastels. Now, one other thing that I want to show you is that you can use this eraser. If you get color where you don't want it, or you want to remove it, you can actually, look at this, you can actually remove and erase the color that you've added, and you can see how that takes that right off of there. So it's very forgiving. So there you have it, 3 different ways to use the Stampin' Pastels. It comes in a set of 40 different colors, the 40 exclusive Stampin' Up! Colors. Comes with 6 applicators and the eraser and the guide. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.